Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so we're fresh off the Unhold fight, and we're about to go fight our Barbarian King friend over here. And luckily, there's a Barbarian Chosen camp here as well. I'm not here in time to both be able to fight the Barbarian King and the Chosen Barbarian camp. So what we're going to end up having to do is we're going to end up having to fight the Barbarian King and then fight the Chosen camp, preferably back to back. Even though our armor might be a little bit beat up from this fight, we got spares, so it's not that big of a deal. In fact, I'll just save the game right here just in case we want. Well, it won't really matter, actually, come to think of it, because this guy is going to try to target me anyways. There aren't any Chosen with his army, which makes me sad. We really want to see what fighting a Barbarian Chosen force looks like with this. Barbarian Chosen are some of the scarier enemies in the game for the meta build. Because they can pretty much three-shot any brother in the game. Any 300 armored brother in the game, they do that much damage. Battleforged or not, at least this is what people tell me. So this army has many Barbarian Reavers, a drummer, which I have no idea what drummers do, a couple Beastmasters, a couple Unholds, and our Barbarian King friend. And as usual, we're going to take our Qatal Daggers and our our nimble tank spear throwers into this fight. This fight is not even going to be close. Not even by any stretch of the imagination is this going to be close. The Chosen fight might be a little bit more scary. Let's see here. High ground over here. Don't really like that. We're just going to wait. We are going to wait. Yeah, okay. Unhold's coming up that way. The high ground to the north is a little bad. What I'll probably do is, depends on how they're going to come at me, but I'll probably try to swing down and engage them in like an L pattern. So I'll try to engage them like here, if possible, because I don't want anything to do with that high ground up there. But that being said, first thing we got to do is we got to get this armor off these guys. Okay, that should be low enough armor that Fearsome Procs will start doing its thing. Just going to throw these axes, get this armor down. Okay, cool, 61%. Can't hit this guy, thank you. Okay, cool. Just need like one hit per dude and we should be good to go. I want to stay 2 away from that Unhold. Still doing Unhold rules. Trying to get the armor down, so we'll definitely hit this guy. Want that armor shredded. 67, 67. Oh, jeez. Okay, that's annoying. It's not bad, but it's just annoying. Move once, attack 3 times. Looks like they're already causing Fearsome Procs, which is great. Technically, I could just leave this bro right here and have him hold the line. He's going to take some shield damage from this guy throwing that spear, but it's not the end of the world. Or I could have this guy lance out and just hold the line up there. I'll probably have him go up there and just chill. That'll cause this Unhold to come crashing into this line. This guy has really high melee defense. This guy has really high melee defense. So does this guy and this guy. It's these 2 brothers that are the lowest defense brothers in my army. So we want to keep that in mind. I think I'm going to have them wait and just kind of keep these 2 in reserve. Undead, or not undead, barbarians really like to try to flank you. So we're just going to have these guys. This guy will probably end up over here somewhere. This guy will probably end up over here somewhere or in the front line down here. Yeah. Move 2, not that great. With the Dagger Bros, if you can move 2 and attack 1. And because of that, if you, it's usually better for you to move 3 and attack 1. It just gets you into, like, how do I put this? You're less in line formation, which can be a bad thing, but it opens up more holes for your throwing javs to do their job, especially if there's Unholds around. It also helps protect the flank, technically, right? Because they're going to have trouble walking through these 2 squares unless I, like, put them here instead. So, just stuff I've noticed over the years. Throw an axe here. God damn, my throwing axemen are not doing their job. Oh, well, I don't think it's going to matter. I want to make sure I don't put anybody with a low melee defense anywhere near that unhold. 60 is kind of low. What did we say before? If you can move 3, do it. So we're going to move 3. We're going to stab this guy. He looks like he's going to go down pretty quick. This guy is our lower defense brother. So we're going to put him right here where it's looking nice and safe. Stab once. Okay, cool. Now it's super safe. Like we said in the unhold video, we're looking for morale losses. So I'm not really looking to kill and remove DPS that way because these are dagger bros with fearsome. I'm really looking to lower their morale by 1 stage. If I can lower the enemy's morale by 1 stage, what effectively that means is they just literally can't hit me anymore. If their morale isn't lowered, they probably have like 10%. And when their morale is down, they've got like a 5%, which is just like, just ignore them and stab somebody else. Lower its morale. What is your 66 melee defense? Yeah, we're definitely going over there. Move 3. Yes, sir. Stab 1. In this case, I think I'm going to stab the unhold because I want to get the unhold's morale down if possible. What is your melee defense, sir? 60? Okay, kind of low. Good enough to go into the line, though, so I'll put you right there. Okay, cool. His morale is lowered, so if I could stab again, I would stab this guy instead. This unhold is still loose. If I recall correctly, you are the 2nd highest melee defense brother. I could throw him over here, which would be really nice. Or I don't want to go any fucking weird near that. We're going to actually put him right here. I'm going to move 3, attack 1. Yep. Damn, hit him in the head. Brutal. Melee defense check. 59. Don't want to go anywhere near that unhold. We will move once. We will stab twice. I think we lowered morale. Could be wrong about that. Nope, didn't succeed in that. This guy is one of our. He is our highest. Outside of this throwing javelin guy right here, this is the highest melee defense brother in the army. I'm gonna put him here to make it a little bit more difficult for this unhold to do his thing. Even though it's not a move 3, attack once. If I recall correctly, this guy is also like 60. Yeah, 59. I don't want to go anywhere near that unhold, so we're just going to move once and attack 3 times. Get behind that. This guy is also super low melee defense. Yeah, 56. I think I just end his turn. Or I put him... I don't want to put him over there. I will put him... here. Alright, cool. Throws him, gets on the weaker brothers. That's kind of fine, because now we can surround the unhold. There's a heavy... the pretty good melee defense brother in combat with the king, which isn't the worst thing in the world. Technically, this bro is isolated and potentially at risk. But whatever. Ugh. I want to look at these combat logs here in a second. Okay. Yeah, 17's Beastmaster, Whip, 17. Okay. That might be against range defense. I have no idea. Cleaver, 5%, 5%, 7%. There's a lot of split shielding. Yeah, I bet if I check the shields on the brothers, a lot of these guys are trying to hack away at the shield. So this shield's taking damage. That shield's taking a hit. Who else is taking a hit on his shield? Looks like nobody. Okay, no, that guy took a hit on his shield. One of the nice things about this army is that they will, and you'll see this with the Chosen Axeman fight after this, is that they'll waste a lot of their time and their attacks on hacking through your shields. And then their reward for actually, they'll spend like 3 turns hacking away your shield. And then when they successfully hack away your shield, they're still dealing with like basically a 0-stam Qatal Dagger plus 25% damage, 300 armor bro, which just kind of murks the crap out of them. So not super concerned about that. This unhold threw last turn, so there's actually it's very unlikely that he'll throw again this turn. But generally speaking, you want to kill everything in this army that is not an unhold as quickly as possible. With that in mind, we are just going to throw some damn axes. Sweet. I'll take this bet. Yeah, I'll take that bet. Okay. And I was like, hey, there's like a small chance to hit my my own dudes. Who needs it in the face? I think you needed it in the face more than anybody. I think I just leave you here. Wow. Alright, so this guy has his morale lowered. He's basically dead, so we stab this guy because we want to lower his morale. He's got nothing he can really throw at. I want to stay the hell away from that unhold if possible. There's no bets to take here, is there? Nope. Nope, nothing to throw on. Alright, just wait then. I'll fix that for you in a second, my dude. I want to lower this unhold's morale as quickly as possible because these guys are at risk. Barbarian King uses Cleaver, 22% chance, 13. Hit me in the helmet for 68 damage. That's the, whatchamacallits. Steel Brow doing its job. Okay, thank you. But that's not my fault. Literally, this guy chucked me over here before he could actually go. The Barbarian King smashes me in the head. Like, hey, what can you do? Attacking this guy, lower his morale. Cool. Now we just want to kill people, especially to try to clear a path for the throwing axemen. So now we're just murdering people. Yep. Now it's just time to go away. Technically, I should hit him and try to lower his morale. Yeah, we're just gonna shield wall and stay there. He's super low stamina because he's taking hits. He got thrown, which technically counts as a hit. Not great. 1v1 me, bro? Okay, well, he's out of the fight, basically. This guy's already fleeing. We're going to stab this unhold, still trying to lower its morale. I might ignore this guy. How's your melee defense? Pretty bad. Maybe I won't ignore this guy. All right, we'll just get this guy out of here. What the fuck? Why is he alive? All right, whatever. Yeah, move to throw a dagger. Should be a cascading morale issue pretty soon here. Okay, cool. He got killed. Still nothing to throw a damn dagger at, which sucks. Do I bait this unhold? That is a good question. No, I don't want this unhold coming anywhere near my banner. I think I just stay here, as sad as it sounds. No, I'll head south and try to help these guys out on the flanks. Do. But you can see how this fight is basically one-sided as all hell, right? Like, nobody in this army gives a shit. Nobody's really concerned all that much. The only thing that's really going to be bothersome is if this Barbarian King just starts rolling high rolls. The Barbarian King already has a morale negative, which means his 22% chance to hit me under normal circumstances is probably something super... Yeah, he's minus 8% from 22 because he has 80 attack, and then his morale lowered it by 10%. So it went from 22 to 12. That's pretty good. I'm just gonna dagger down this Barbarian King because if you're gonna play puncture him down, because I mean if you're playing a dagger army and you don't do that, or you're actually playing a dagger army. All right, cool. Gonna hit that guy. I'm actually gonna stay here. Yeah. We're going to stay here. We're going to wait with all the axemen because they have nothing to do until stuff starts dying. We need to attack this guy. Okay, we lowered the morale, which is good. Perfect. Keep lowering that morale. Keep lowering. I'm going to wait with this guy because this throwing axeman might finish him off. This unhold's just in the way. But we got Qatal Daggers, so yeah, you know what's going to happen. Cool. Awesome. Now I need to get some throwing axemen so we can net the Barbarian King here. And we should be good to go. Nobody goes near the Barb King who doesn't have at least 63 melee defense. Everyone else can start filtering through. Yes, sir. Bruh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Mistakes were made. Okay, whatever. Go away, please. Thank you. How's your melee defense? I think he's pretty good. 66? Yeah, let's just get over there. Yeah, we'll go there. Move one, attack twice. Sunhold should be croaking pretty soon. Okay, cool. Gonzo. I'm a little zoned out right now. Like, I don't care. I'm just like, okay, everyone can just die now. Thank you. Their morale's all breaking and cascading, so, like, who cares? Yes, sir. Yeah, I'll do that. Doesn't matter. This guy is literally the most heavily armored dude in the entire army. Technically, I want to get some jabs thrown on this guy, right? Yeah, okay, I screwed that up. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna start moving the jabs this way. We need a double line of jabs like right here, so we can help kill this unhold. That's the real problem right now. 65 melee defense. Yeah, come on up. Oh, you can only move one. That sucks. Okay. Oh, that's why he's has such a high chance to hit. He's been on this high ground the entire time. How annoying. Good question. All jabs leave to heaven? I think we're just going to rush the jabs up north. Yeah, all the jabs are going to come up north. So we can start working on this unhold. If I go there, he'll knock him away and jump on him, which is bad. So technically I'll go here and make room for the other jabs coming up from behind. What are we throwing? Throw a heavy jab, sure. Oh, right, I need one more jab to come over here and net the Barbarian King. Gotta remember that. So I guess that's going to be this guy's job. Alright, well, get on up there and deal with this guy. If I recall correctly, one of these guys has kind of low melee defense. Yeah, it's that. What was that? Hit chance. 14%, and you hit it. Great, thanks. Thanks, Barb King. But, oh, this isn't a Qatal Dagger? You suck. Oh, well, whatever. Wait your turn. Wait your turn. Do-do-do-do-do. Get behind them. Those are the rules. Get behind them. Those are the rules. These are all guys are all breaking. Holy crap. Guess you just hit the unhold. I really want to lower the morale on that unhold sooner rather than later. But this is over. Just mop-up operation. If I move here, Jab Boy can't hit him. So really I just need these guys to go away. You guys are in my way. Alright, cool. We're not going to do it this turn. But I would like the Barbarian King to see his fate. What do you mean I can't move my shield for that? Oh, okay, whatever. Doesn't matter, I guess. Okay, end turn. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, cool. This unhold's about to die really, really fast. I need to get these guys out of here. They're just in my way. You're in the way. Now. Make a couple puncture attempts and end the turn. See if we can't lower that morale again. But I want to get like 3 or 4 dagger bro or like Qatal daggers on this guy, net him, and then he'll just kind of explode. But it doesn't look like that's happening all that well. So we're going here. So it should have 3 jabs on this guy at this point. Yeah, okay. Heavy jab. Pew and pew. And pew and pew. Thank you. Thank you for missing. Move here. I need to buy rondels. I really do. I'll blow the horn in case it does anything. That's a good question. Nope, we're going to continue surrounding the king, and we're going to keep getting some daggers going here. Going to end the turn. Cool. I just need you to go away. Still not going away. Broken and about to die. Uh-huh. Ah, so it actually does cost stam. Oh well, whatever. Thank you. Okay, 2 punctures, and we'll save the 3rd one for the net. So my tax is for the shield, doesn't really matter. Can you go? 4 turns? Wait. Oh, the unhold's going to attack anyways. Okay. Okay, he's broken, so now we need to kill him as quickly as possible. Alright, whatever. Schwink, schwink. Attack, whip, whatever. 1, 2, attack once. Oh, thank God. Finally got a morale loss. Like, what the fuck? Rondel it up. Stab, stab, stab. Broken. Nice. I think the Barbarian King tried to run away, and he got poked. Interesting. Whatever. What do I care? Bro, what are you doing? What are you throwing these for when you have heavy jabs? What's going on here? What are you doing? Alright, he's gone. We just dagger these guys down standard style. And yeah, everyone's running, so it's basically over. Okay, cool. In turn. Surround. Don't really care. 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 Don't care. Run them down. Don't care. Actually, I do care. Back up one. Bitch slap him and turn. Don't care. Move 3, attack once. Okay, cool. Stab, stab. Okay, cool. Done. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Nothing to really see here. No legendary weapons gained. Maybe the king was wielding a legendary two-hander. No real idea. It got some nice horns. Attachment can be replaced, but we destroyed the process. It's actually some pretty damn good armor, believe it or not. But it's all just gold, basically. Yeah, I'm not. It's not really a difficult fight, right? Like I don't know what to tell you. We didn't even suffer that much damage to our armor in the grand scheme of things. I am just going to sit here for a little while to recover the armor as much as possible. I'll wait for daytime, and then I'll go attack these Chosen. This is just for the video purposes. The Chosen should be a little bit scarier. Always hard to say. Anybody here got really big armor issues? Doesn't look like it. He's got a little bit beat up helm. I can technically replace that, but do I want to is the question. I mean, the helm is not 300 armor, so whatever. Okay. Everything looks fine. Good to go? Are we all good to go? So I got all these nets we didn't get to use in the Barbarian King, which sucks. Okay, take off the nets. Put on some jabs, just in case. I have no idea why I would need all these jabs, but whatever. And I think we're just good to go. And this guy is just going to go level up a little bit. Oh, wow. Yep. Okay, 1 HP. Perks. No perks. Okay, cool. Alright, so, next fight. Many Barbarian Chosen. Alright, so these guys are actually a little scary. At least scarier than the army that we just faced a little while ago. Terrain's a little interesting. They're going to be a little bit difficult to surround in this terrain. It does stop them. It'll cause them to come around the flanks. I think I'm going to throw a jab and then back up. I think that's what's going to happen. But first there's going to be a bunch of waiting. We're still recording, right? Yeah, it looks like it. No idea if I'm recording a black screen or not, but whatever. Yeah, we'll wait. Alright, cool. So, the Barbarian Chosen wear super heavy armor. That's what kind of makes them really scary, is the fact they can 3-shot your brothers, and they wear like really heavy armor. Our Qatal Daggers aren't going to do all that good against the armor. So we need to use the Throwing Axemen to basically shred their armor as much as possible, which is exactly what we're going to do. So we're just going to do the traditional, like, throw the axe, back up to type gameplay, momentarily at least, and see where it leads us. We still want these guys, like, in the flank. So, yeah, we're still going to put him here. These are our two flanking brothers. In theory, they should also be throwing Axeman brothers, nimble tanks. We just don't have any right now. Yeah, back up 2. All right. Oh, you missed, huh? You butt. Put him here. Sure, why not? Backing it up 2. Oh, your armor's a little beat up. Where were you when I was checking armor? I'm going to go here. Roger that. I'm going to go here. Roger that. Here. And end turn. 1, 2. What do we do it? Ba-ba. Boop. And boop. And boop. Schwink. Jump. And schwink. And jump. Cool. I hate doing that because it just takes so much time, but what can you do? Ah, perfect. So now they're in the line. They can't attack this turn. Beautiful stuff. Looks like they're setting up for a line fight and a little bit of a flank. You can see what the AI did there is they moved into the line in such a way where they tied down all the brothers. There's not a single brother who's not in melee right now along this line. And then they're trying to flank around the sides. The nice thing about these bros, though, is they don't give a fuck. So this guy will probably just shield wall and literally just step right here. And this guy is just going to step over here. That way it's a 1v1 between these two. There are 3 Chosen that can technically gang up on this brother. But it's not really going to be that big of a deal. He's the tankiest brother in the entire army. So, do I want to adhere to my rule? No, we're going 1 and we're stabbing twice. And let's look at the damage we did. Yeah, 24 damage. So our Qatal Daggers are pretty pitiful against these heavily armored Chosen, which is why we are going to be waiting with a brother like this. Okay, cool, getting into line. That means we'll need to move him there and get a Horn Blast off. So I'll probably move 2 with the banner and Horn Blast. I just don't want him to be low morale. This also means that if I'm gonna cut anyone to pieces, it's probably gonna be this guy right here. Fuck off! Just hit him already. Holy shit, you stupid throwing axing pieces of crap. It's actually making me angry how much I'm missing my axe attacks. We're waiting because we want the axes to go first. Who should we absolutely throttle? Typically, we should throttle the guys on the flanks, but these 2 axemen can target down this guy, so that's what we're going to do. Fuck off! 81% rolled to 95. Awesome. All right, move 2. Blast the horn, recovers his morale. That's all we really wanted. Have all my axes gone? Yes, they have, so we're down to daggers, basically. All right, dagger away. I think this is the same. We're going to move him here. This guy might come up, but at least it'll be a 1v1 fight, and that makes me happy. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do right there. Stab, stab, stab. I feel like this guy's armor is going to get completely annihilated next turn by the throwing daggers, but technically I should just end his existence right now. So whatever. There's not a lot of tactics really involved with all this. Really, I need the throwing axes to shred their armor, and then the Qatal Daggers can do the rest. But we got a little unlucky on we're below average on the Qatal Daggers hitting things. And when they do, when they're throwing axes, and they're also hitting the head a lot, which pisses me off. This guy was going to shield wall and then move right here. And because he's in this kind of precarious situation, I'm not actually going to attack with them. They're probably going to try to hack his shield away, which is fine by me. There's going to be a lot of shield hacking next turn. Okay, yeah. See, his armor's low enough now. He's starting to take fearsome procs. But if I check the damage, again, I do 26 damage to armor with these damn Qatal Daggers, and I do 37.5. It's like a 44% damage increase when they suddenly don't have any armor anymore. But really what I'm after is these fearsome procs. Yes, sir. Cool. Oh, he took... Oh, 3 fearsome procs. Oh, ooh, ah, ooh, that looks painful. New turn? Yeah, new turn. Did he actually try to hit? Use split man. Okay. No, he hit the shield. Yeah, he's tried to... These 3 guys are going to try to hack away the shield, which is fine by me. Okay, his armor's gone. He's about to get absolutely thrashed. I can probably crush a hole in this flank and then start wrapping around, which would be probably the best thing to do. So we're just going to keep shredding armor. His armor's gone, so we're going to start focusing on somebody else's armor. His armor's gone. Thanks. Fuck off. What is this shit? Why are you hitting me so much? That's not normal. You need to see that. What happened there? Uses round swing. Alright, whatever. Rolled a 12. Cool. 10. Rolled 86. Whatever. I'm taking hits. Yeah, not happy. Stop it. 1 and 2 and 3. Alright. Shredding armor. Cool. Alright. Well, I mean, what can you do? The banner just comes back, tries to shred some armor. This guy is going to be just absolutely, yeah, he's going to be gimped. This guy, okay, so this guy has his morale lowered by 1 stage, so he's basically combat ineffective. This guy had his morale lowered by 1 stage. He's basically combat ineffective. We're still going to punch him down into the low ground. That way he's like, because again, this brother doesn't have great melee defense, but this situation is perfect. This guy is going to get absolutely rickrolled here momentarily. Move 2 and attack 3 times. Technically, I want to kind of wait and shred that armor. Yeah, what are we doing here? I think I'm going to wait with this guy too. No, because this guy, we need to, yeah, we just don't want him attacking. Okay, cool. I'm going to wait with his last attack though, interestingly enough. This guy's turn's done. This guy's turn's done, so I guess we're just, yeah, stabbing. Yep. Throwing some... Fuck off. Please. It's... I don't need them to hit their damn throwing axes, but it's annoying that they're not hitting their throwing axes. You know what I mean? 50% on the shield. Alright, cool. We want to encourage them to no longer attack the shield. So... I think I'm just going to keep stabbing this guy. Oh, wait, no, he's got his morale lost anyways, so we need to attack something that it's not gonna, yeah, whatever. Okay, this guy's gone. That guy's gone. Alright, whatever. We'll just kill him because it'll cause a morale check across the army. Who needs to get stabbed here? They're all pretty healthy. Yep. I guess we just stab this guy because we're trying to get this brother slightly out of danger. It's not in danger, but I mean, yeah, whatever. Okay, cool. He's gone. This was his last attack. Sweet. They're still hacking away at his shield. The reward for taking out his shield, of course, is going to be that he gets, like, you know, much more damage, goes Super Saiyan. We're going to end this Chosen pretty... Oh, fuck. Stop missing the fucking... So fucking angry. Holy shit. Move 2, throw an axe, have fun. Thanks. Alright, so this is a good example of a brother who just magically needs to come off the line. 16, yeah, he's just been getting hit constantly. He can't really survive another hit. Well, he can, but I don't want him to. So we're going to take him off the line momentarily here. This guy is about to explode, so I'll just finish him off really fast. Thank you. Yep. And we're still stabbing. What do we want to do here? We're going to go 2. We're still trying to shred this guy's armor. We're going to wait because I think there's a throwing axe that hasn't gone yet. Yes, sir. We don't have good jabs, but we got some stuff. So, okay, cool. Hit him in the head. I'll take it. Whatever. Move 3, attack once. Sure thing. No fearsome procs, though. Oh, he's gone. Yeah. Fuck off. I'm getting really unlucky this fight, believe it or not. I'm taking a lot more hits than I normally take in a fight like this, and my throwing axes just aren't doing their job. Really making me angry. Really making me angry. But whatever. What can you do? Rule is get behind the enemy. Stab, stab, stab. Okay, cool. Rule is get behind the enemy. Everything here is basically done, so I just need to, like... Basically, I need to rush this guy up here. Should I put him here to, like... Nah, no. We need to get a jav guy on this guy. Alright, double check his shield. It's at 50%. Yeah, so we encourage them to attack him as opposed to attacking his shield. But with our shield wall, it encouraged them to hit the shield. Kind of a deal. That's a really good question. We are going to knock this guy away. So this brother is now free and clear. Yeah. I'm going to try to end this guy off and call it good. Stab. Thank you. This guy is heavily defense, bro. He's already taken a hit, so I really don't want to move him down here. But I can move him onto this high ground in a couple turns, and that should be good. We'll just have this bro finish off this guy and then kind of extract himself a little bit. Move once, attack 3. Sure, why not? Why am I so unlucky? What is going on here? Chance 12%, eat 11. Whatever. Making me angry, bro. Yeah, not a lot of morale losses on these guys from the fearsome procs. That's a little unlucky. Taking a lot of hits, that's a little unlucky. And then my throwing axes, I swear to fucking God, aren't doing all that good at all. But what can you do? It's a good question. So he'll move 2 and throw an axe. This guy's about to get annihilated. We just wait turn. Yeah, that guy's about to get absolutely rickrolled. 71 melee defense? Alright, come on down. Move 2 and attack once. And move, or just wait, because this guy's about to get absolutely murdered. Cool. And then we move 2 and we throw an axe. And then I don't think I care. He can round swing, so maybe I do care. 66 melee defense? I don't think I care. Okay, cool. Oh, fearsome proc, nice. Melee defense 66. It's all the confident morales at this point. But I am going to get round swinged on if I'm not careful around here. But who cares? Fight's over. I'm angry. Is what it is. Fight's over and I'm angry. Boop, 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 boop. That's a good question. I'm actually going to shield wall and just stop. You know. Yeah, you're just gone. You just need to get out of this fight. Okay. Put this guy here. That way everyone dies next turn. Roger that. So everyone is about to explode next turn, which I can get behind. I think I wait with this guy, and then because I want this guy to go. We still need to shred this armor. Cool. Yep, round swung. But I put a bunch of high melee defense guys in here, and the one guy who can't take a hit, I shield walled. We're going to wait, because I still want to shred this armor. Okay, cool, his armor's gone. He's about to die. 1, 2, and smack. Okay, well, I thought his armor was gone. Jesus. Schwink and schwink. That just leaves Dingus down here. Right? Yeah, I guess if it's not blinking here, we just end the damn turn. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3. Broken. Got it. End, and stab, stab, stab. Okay, cool. Battle done. Loot, just some stuff. Yeah, that was annoying. Normally my throwing axes shred the armor better. Normally I don't take quite as many hits from the Chosen. But that is one thing that does make the Chosen scary, is that the RNG can just suddenly not go your way, and you suddenly find the need to get a brother off the line for whatever reason. But as you saw, it wasn't that big of a deal. We got a lot of knockback with our shields. A lot of people can just shield wall and back up, or you can just kill them free or stuff like that. But even with the fact that the Qatal Daggers don't do all that well, what happened with this? Okay, that's cool. Even with the fact that the Qatal Daggers don't do all that well against heavily armored targets like a Chosen, they actually do better against Orcs because at least the Orcs have like 200 HP, so when you knock down their armor, you still have a ton of HP to get through, so the Qatal Daggers can really shine. Against the Chosen, they're basically just like a human level HP with super heavy armor. So the Qatal Daggers, not all that impressive in that fight, but as you saw, it's still super easy. So yeah. So anyways, all in the video here, and day is full. Fight would have been a lot easier if I had like two more brothers that could throw some damn throwing axes. As you saw there was an awful lot of Qatal Dagger action into heavily armored enemies, which is not ideal. But it's a Chosen fight. They're pretty much pure armor. It just is what it is. That's not one of the harder fights. It's just one of the more annoying fights for this army. They spend a lot of time usually attacking the shields. They didn't do it this time for whatever reason. Damn, this guy he took some hits. He took some hits. Interestingly, this guy got beat up even worse, which is kind of funny. Huh. But yeah. So if this army was cleavers, it would do much better in that fight. If this army was noble swords, it would do much better in that fight. The Qatal Daggers, they're like they're a polar opposite. They're polarized weapon. They do pretty bad against armor, but still, it's not terrible. So for example, do I still have that pulled up? So for example, as we can see down here in that one video I made, Qatal Dagger. Yeah, here we go. The Qatal Daggers are doing 78 damage to armor with their 3 attacks per turn. But if they move 1 hex and they attack twice, they'll do 52 damage. You compare that to a Noble Sword who's doing 80 damage when they're standing still and 40 damage when they're moving. The Qatal Dagger is slightly better just because the moving damage is noticeably better and the standing still damage is almost identical. Nothing compared to a Great Axe, of course. A Great Axe is absolutely insane. But they're, again, rather than being hit 13% of the time, you're going to be hit like, 26% of the time if you're running around there with a bunch of Great Axes, or even higher than that, which is not super ideal. It's these numbers over here where things start getting really sexy. So these numbers over here are what happens when you're using legendary Noble Swords or legendary Qatal Daggers. And the legendary Noble Swords very, very quickly get to like 100% armor penetration. Or not armor penetration, 100% armor damage, because the legendary Noble Sword range is from, normally they're 85% damage to armor, but they can range from 85 to like 115%. So giving them 100% damage to armor is like a middle ranged ground. And here they basically go up like a 18.5% damage, which is awesome. But you can see that the Qatal Dagger, this Qatal Dagger I think is at like 90% armor penetration, because their range is between 70 and 100 for legendary daggers. And it's still about identical, right? So the real advantage to the Noble Sword here is that my brothers only had like an 80 and like an 83% chance to hit a lot of these Chosen enemies, and the Noble Sword would cause that to pump up to 95% or 93% or somewhere around there, which is where the Noble Sword really shines. The downside, of course, to a Noble Sword is this. Their moving DPS is interestingly more dynamic than the daggers. It's just a pick your poison type deal. So they do almost identical DPS when they're like, standing and attacking. When they're forced to get mobile, things get weird, because the daggers can move. They can move once and attack twice. They can move twice and attack once, or they can move 3 times and attack once. So that's something that no other weapon can do, is move 3 times and attack once. But every other weapon in the game, or every weapon in the game, can move twice and attack once. And you can see that the daggers are having an advantage with moving 1 hex, and moving 3 hexes, but they're do significantly less damage when they're moving 2 hexes, which is why you see that when I'm given the option to move 2 hexes and attack once, or move 3 hexes and attack once, I almost always take the 3 hex and attack once, trying to get behind them, that kind of a deal. Yeah, I think Noble Swords might be better for this army, though. I'm definitely going to go try it and see what's up. What else is there to say? Qatal Daggers, however, as you saw in the Unhold fight, they do... This is a Great Axe's damage against an unarmored Unhold. It's just doing 90 damage a turn. My Qatal Dagger brothers versus the Unholds are doing significantly more damage than even a Great Axe, which is terrifying. So the Qatal Dagger is definitely the king of damage to unarmored targets. But the Noble Sword would also be doing 95 damage a turn under those circumstances. So the Noble Swords and Qatal Daggers are just doing more damage to unarmored targets. The problem is that there aren't a lot of fights in the game where that really matters. That matters versus orcs, and that matters versus unholds, and that's about it. Maybe it matters versus the Desert Rocks, but I really don't know. Yeah. But anyways, to me, it's a really good army design. Not the greatest army design in the world. The other thing about Noble Swords I'm kind of looking forward to is getting rid of Fearsome and picking up like Dodge. I think Dodge would do a lot more there. Especially, we talked about the Noble Swords being super efficient on the energy. So you get like a legendary... what am I trying to say here? I'm not sure if I said it in this video or the other video. So I'll just say it right here again. So the theoretical downside to legendary Noble Swords is that they are so stamina efficient, especially if you get a Noble Sword that is like -2 stamina generation turn. They are so or energy efficient, they're basically 2 energy efficient. So your fatigue is just never going to drop below maximum fatigue of like 51 with your Noble Swords, which is kind of bad. Theoretically, right? You might as well pick up a different weapon that'll actually just do more damage and use it over the damn Noble Sword at that point, theoretically. But if you start taking things like Dodge, then it actually becomes super worth it. Like, not this brother. He got stabbed in the abdomen. But like this brother right here, if I put a Noble Sword on him, yeah, it must have... I don't know if it's... I think it was the other video I made this point. But yeah, so if I put a Noble Sword on him and I put like a normal heater shield on him, you can see he's got basically 40 initiative in this current armor. If rather than Fearsome or rather than Steel Brow, I took the Dodge perk, that's basically +6 melee defense to already their insane melee defense. And as you saw in that fight, they had like somewhere in the vicinity of like, you know, a 14... 13-ish% chance to hit me, somewhere around there. +6 melee defense will lower that by 3% even more. So it'll go from like a 13% chance for these Chosen to hit me to like a 10% chance for these Chosen to hit me, which is probably going to move the needle more than Fearsome with Noble Swords. With Daggers, you definitely want to take Fearsome because you're attacking 3 times a turn a lot of the time. And you're going to get more out of Fearsome with the Qatal Dagger than you're going to get out of Fearsome for the Noble Swords. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Also, I'm thinking of getting rid of Steel Brow. So it might be that I get rid of Steel Brow for Killing Frenzy, and I get rid of Fearsome for Dodge, or I get rid of Steel Brow for like extra bags and belts, and I get rid of Fearsome for Dodge with the Noble Swords. But yeah, I definitely want to try a legendary Noble Sword build. Where the hell do you make sure you get legendary Noble Swords? Well, you do the arena until you get like arena tournament after arena tournament after arena tournament, and you can pretty much save scum it in such a way that you can guarantee that every arena tournament is basically giving you a Noble Sword. The only legendary weapon I have in this entire army is a Qatal Dagger, which is right here, and I picked that up from the arena. It doesn't do any extra damage. It has notably like a hell of a lot more damage that ignores armor, and it does slightly more armor damage. Really, if you're getting a Qatal Dagger that does around like 90% damage to armor, that is absolutely insane. Qatal Daggers, if they get anywhere near 100% damage to armor, will easily be the highest one-handed damage weapon in the entire game, like bar none. Absolutely terrifying. A little bastard at that point. But it's hard to get over that 90% break point. So that's why I'm thinking Noble Sword, Noble Sword, Noble Sword. The Noble Swords, the sheer act of it being legendary, it's easily going to have like 95% damage to armor, 100% damage to armor, plus the 10% chance to hit. Peasant Militia can actually Army can actually use the plus 10% chance to hit, whereas if these guys were all Hedge Knights instead, then the Noble Swords plus 10% chance to hit is basically wasted. So yeah, so that's why I've got this literally this very old save with this army. It's like the only one that I have, where I'm basically getting my brothers, hopefully with a bunch of noble swords, and we can see what that looks like. But here's what they kind of looked like in the past. I think I've only got like one spear, a couple spear throwers to my name, and everyone and their dog is basically using a spear. Because that's how life early on is. Yeah, Deus Volt. Oh, fun thing about these Battle Brothers is with the Dagger build, the Dagger Mastery is the very last perk that I get. Just because you're using spears and swords and three-headed flails and stuff for such a long period of the game, you just don't have the stats to really support Dagger Mastery, like the attack rating and all that stuff. So again, there's that typical progression in the game where you're like spears, and then you go from spears to like using swords, and then you go from like swords to, or maybe you'll have some three-headed flails in there. I use tons of three-headed flails early on in the game. The very last perk I get in these builds is Dagger Mastery. But if I'm planning on making a sword line bros, I think the very early on instead I would get Sword Mastery. So yeah, but this entire army is basically a rush for Battleforge. And once you get Battleforged with your armor, the next best thing to do, in my assessment, is get Pathfinder on everybody. Once I get Pathfinder on everybody, then I'll make sure that the Sword Mastery is taken. But I don't know, man. Yeah, no, maybe you take Sword Mastery at like level 8 on your brothers or something like that. But I know that the last perk is Dagger Mastery. Anyways, I'll end the video here, and Deus Volt, I don't think anybody here has Steel Brow. Steel Brow is like the second to last perk they take, so this army is perfectly fine to continue with. But I'm looking forward to seeing what Noble Swords do. Anyways, I'll end the video here, and Deus Volt.